Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud Learn to Lead. Good morning to all the students. Today we will discuss the most important video of December 2025 and this is top 100 current affairs of December 2025. So this is very important video for all of the students and it is very important for every type of exam. So watch carefully, listen carefully and watch till end. So here is the first question. The Government of India approved the textile-focused research, assessment, monitoring, planning and the startup which is known as TexRAMS scheme in November 2025 with a total outlay of how much rupees? So in November last 2025, the Government of India approved 305 crore textile focused research, assessment, monitoring, plan, startup which is known as RAMP scheme for the textile, which is a major initiative aimed at strengthening research, innovation and overall competitiveness in the textile industry. So this is very important scheme. This is approved by Government of India and it comes under the Ministry of Textile and it is centrally sponsored scheme and total outlay is 305 crore. And what is the time period? Time period is from financial year 26 like 2025 to 26 to financial year 30-31. So key component under this scheme is it is for research and innovation, data, analytics and diagnostics and other things which are related to textile industry. So basically the initiative is aimed at future proofing the textile apparel ecosystem by addressing critical gaps in the research infrastructure, data system, innovation support and capacity development. Next is which country partner with India for rupees 7,995 crore follow-on support deal for the Navy's MH-60R Seahawk helicopters? So again, very important question and this is United States of America. So Ministry of Defense has signed a 5-year deal with the United States of America for follow-on support of Indian Navy's fleet of 24 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, boosting operational readiness and promoting Atmanirbhar Bharat. The agreement is worth rupees 7,995 crore was formalized via letter of offer acceptance under the USA Foreign Military Sale Program in New Delhi. Moving to next, mark the correct statement regarding the 56th International Film Festival of India held in November 2025 last in Goa. So this is International Film Festival of India. Most important question. First, you have to remember this is the 56th International Film Festival of India. So let's try the options. The theme of the 56th International Film Festival of India was Convergence of Creativity and Technology. So first statement is correct statement. The Golden Peacock for the best feature film was awarded to Ashley Mayfair's Skin of Youth from Vietnam. Again, this statement is true statement. Next is the Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award for 2025. Most important statement, Satyajit Ray Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Rajnikantji. So all the options are correct. So answer of this question is all A, B, C. So this is the 56th edition International Film Festival of India. It was held from 20 to 28th of November in Panaji in Goa. So this award features Japan. You can remember Japan as the country of focus and Spain as the partner country and Australia as the spotlight country. This is again very important. And theme we already discussed. The theme of this award was Convergence of Creativity and Technology. So you can remember the Golden Peacock for the best feature film goes to Skin of Youth and this award goes to Vietnam. Silver Peacock for the best director goes to Santosh Davakar for the Gondhal and this is Marathi movie. Silver Peacock for the best male actor goes to Obama Reyes and movie name is A Poet and this is Spanish movie. And Silver Peacock for the best female actor goes to Jara Sofisa Austin for Little Trouble Girls Slovenia. And best debut director for Indian feature film award, this is most important, Karan Singh Tyagi for the Kesari chapter 2. Best web series Bandish Bandits seasons 2 and ICFT UNESCO Gandhi medal goes to Eric Sevenson's Safe House. And Satyajit Ray Lifetime, again most important, this goes to Rajnikantji. And you can also remember the most important thing, the opening film and the closing film. Opening film, the Blue Trail And the closing film, A Ghost. Useful Ghost. Next is, for which term has India been re-elected for in the category B of the International Maritime Organization Council during the 34th session held in London, United Kingdom in November 2025? Two or three things are important. One is, this is International Maritime Organization Council session. This is 34th session and it was held in London, United Kingdom, because International Maritime Organization headquarters is in London. And India was elected under category B for the time period of 26-27. So answer of this question is first. So India was re-elected to category B of the IMO for the 26-27, and you can also remember that India received 154 out of 169 valid votes. This is the highest vote secured by a country in the category B in November 2025 during the 34th session. And these are the category B countries, and this is 34th session and it was held at London because IMO headquarters is in London and IMO was established in 1948. And you can also remember IMO is a United Nations specialized agency responsible for regulating shipping and maritime affairs globally. It was established in 1948 and came into force in 1958 after 10 years, and it has 176 member states and 3 associate members. And IMO focuses on maritime safety, security, environmental protection, even legal and technical maritime standards and efficiency of international shipping. So remember, its headquarters is in London. Next question is, mention the board where the Appointments Committee of Cabinet appointed Vivek Chaturvedi as chairman in November 2025, succeeding Sanjay Kumar Agarwal. So remember, Appointments Committee of the Cabinet headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has approved the appointment of Vivek Chaturvedi, a 1990 batch Indian Revenue Service officer, as the new chairman of Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. So answer of this question is 4, and earlier the chairman was Sanjay Kumar Agarwal, who superannuated in November 2025. So remember, who is the new chairman of Central Board of Indirect Tax and Customs? This is Vivek Chaturvedi. Most important question. Next is, name the men's field hockey team that defeated India to claim its maiden Sultan Ajlan Shah Cup 2025. Most important, Sultan Ajlan Shah Cup 2025 title in the final, which was held in Ipoh in Malaysia from 23rd to 30th of November 2025. 2 or 3 points are very important. One is Sultan Ajlan Shah Cup 2025 and this was held at Malaysia. And which country defeated India? And this is Belgium. So answer of this question is 4. So Belgium national men's hockey team defeated the India's national men's hockey team captained by Sanjay Rana 1-0 in the final to win their first ever Sultan Ajlan Shah Cup at 31st edition, which was held at Ipoh in Malaysia. With this win, Belgium secured the gold medal and India earned the silver medal in this tournament. And which country won the bronze medal? This is New Zealand. For which term was India re-elected to the UNESCO or the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization Executive Board during the 43rd UNESCO General Conference held in Samarkand in Uzbekistan in November 2025? Again, most important question, that Indian permanent delegation to the UNESCO announced that India was re-elected to the UNESCO Executive Board for the time period of 2025 to 2029 term. So India's re-election signifies the international community's confidence in its delegation to multilateralism and UNESCO's mission across education, culture, science, communication, and information. So this session was held in Uzbekistan, remember this, and where member states expressed confidence in India's vision of inclusive and human-centric development. So remember, India was originally elected to the UNESCO Executive Board in 1952, soon after joining the UNESCO in 1946, and has been re-elected multiple times, including in 2017 and most recently for 2025 to 29. Australia-based Loy Institute released the 7th edition of Asia's Power Index in November 2025. Choose the country that does not appear in the top 5 ranking as per the report. So the country which is not under the top 5 countries list, And this country is Australia, because Australia's rank is 6th under this Asia's Power Index. You can also say this, that Australia's think tank released this. Australia think tank name is Lowy Institute, released this Asia Power Index. This is the 7th edition of this index. Total countries assessed 27 countries or the territories across Asia, and first rank goes to United States of America. India's rank is 3rd and China is on the 2nd position. And India classified under the major power because India's overall power score is equal to or more than 40. Because India's power score is 40, so that's why if the power score is 40 or more than 40, then it comes under the major power. Previously in 2024, India was under the middle power countries because India's overall power score was 38.1. So key drivers for the India's improvement, that is economic capability, military capability, geopolitical relevance, and the foreign investment. Next is Reserve Bank of India released the National Strategy for Financial Inclusion 2025-30 in December. Mark the option that is not included under its 5 Panch Jyoti objective. Most important question. Mark under the most important category. And these 5 objectives or the Panch Jyoti are expanding equitable and affordable services, promoting women-led inclusion, linking finance with livelihoods, leveraging financial education, and strengthening customer protection. So out of these 5 which are not included, this is enhancing monetary policy transmission. So answer of this question is second. So the strategy of this 2025 to 30, which is known as National Strategy for Financial Inclusion, it is released by Reserve Bank of India. And total points are 47. Action points are 47, and out of 47, 5 are known as Panch Jyoti objectives. Panch Jyoti objectives. Next is name the shipbuilders that delivered the 4th Nilgiri class frigate, which is known as INS Taragiri, to the Indian Navy in November 2025. Again, this question is very, very important, and this is Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited or MDL. Answer of this question is 3. Very important question. This is INS Taragiri. INS Taragiri. This is the 4th Nilgiri class frigate and the 3rd constructed by Mazagon Shipbuilders Limited. And Mazagon Shipbuilders Limited is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. And Taragiri is the namesake of the earlier INS Taragiri, a legendary class frigate that served in the Indian Navy from 1980 to 2013, completing 33 years of distinguished service. And the state-of-art vessel is a symbol of Atmanirbharta or the self-reliant in the naval engineering, combating stealth, automation, firepower, and survivability. And Project 17A, this is again very important, Project 17A. This is an initiative approved by the Government of India to build 7 advanced warship and frigates for the Indian Navy. And out of this 17A, 3 ships are being constructed by Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers, and 4 ships are being built by the Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. And remember about Indian Navy. Indian Navy's Chief of Naval Staff is Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi ji, and headquarters in New Delhi, and it was established in 1950. Exact date is 26th of Jan when our constitution was passed. In November 2025, India launched Dash amid cyclone Ditwa devastation in Sri Lanka to provide humanitarian aid and disaster relief. Basically, you have to remember the name of this operation. And name of this operation is Operation Sagar Bandhu. Answer of this question is 5. So, Government of India has launched Operation Sagar Bandhu to provide humanitarian aid and disaster relief to Sri Lanka following widespread rains, floods, strong winds, and landslide caused by Cyclone Ditwa. Remember the name of this cyclone. It can be asked that it affected which country. Name of the country is Sri Lanka. So, Indian naval ship Vikrant and Udayagiri delivered bulk relief supplies in Colombo, Sri Lanka. So, this is India's neighborhood first policy. Next is who won the 2025 Qatar Grand Prix held on November 30th, 2025 at the Lusail International Circuit, which is in Qatar. So just remember, 2025 Qatar Grand Prix won by Max Verstappen. Answer of this question is second. Very important. Max Verstappen, the 4-time Formula 1 world champion driver for Red Bull Racing, won the 2025 Grand Prix. So these are the total 2025 summary of Grand Prix. And you can remember Max Verstappen, this Max Verstappen, Max here, Max, and 3 are Max. So Japan, next is Emilia Romagna, next is Italy, Azerbaijan, United States, Las Vegas, Qatar is here, Abu Dhabi is here. After Qatar, Abu Dhabi also won by Max Verstappen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 Grand Prix won by Max Verstappen in the year of 2025. Next is identify the country that partner with India to conduct the 14th edition of the joint military exercise that is known as Equivalent 2025, and it was held in Trivandrum in Kerala. So 2 or 3 points are important. 14th edition, name of the exercise is Equivalent. Equivalent, it was held in Kerala and it is a military exercise of India and Maldives. So it was started in 2009. It is a bilateral military exercise which was held alternately in India and Maldives. And the word Equivalent is very important. Equivalent stands for friends. Friends. And earlier the 30th edition of this exercise was held in Maldives in February 2025. Next is in December 2025, Reserve Bank of India released the annual report of the Ombudsman Scheme 2024-25. Mark the correct statement regarding this report. Again, very important question for the banking students. This annual report covers the period from 1st of April 2024 to 31st of March 2025 under the Reserve Bank Integrated Ombudsman Scheme report of 2021. Yes. So first statement is correct statement. Total complaint increased to 13.34 lakh, reflecting a 13.55% increase compared to financial year 24. This statement is also correct statement. Chandigarh recorded the highest number of complaints per lakh bank accounts among all states or union territory in financial year 25. Again, this is correct statement. So answer of this question is all ABC. So mark this question under the very important banking students especially. This report is released by Reserve Bank of India. And this covers 1st of April 2024 to 31st of March 2025 time period. Total complaints 13.34 lakh, which rises by 13.55% in financial year. So total number of complaints earlier were 11.75 lakh, now it is 13.34 lakhs. So total increase is 13.55%. And the annual report offers a detailed overview of the objectives carried out by the 24 RBI Ombudsman officers. And these are known as the ORBIOS. So again, this is very, very important. So total 2.96 complaints per lakh bank account is 7.7 and disposal is 93.07%. 93.07%. So remember, complaints against the banks form the largest portion, accounting for 81.53% and NBFC are 14.80%. And if you see bank wise, then it is private sector banks whose complaints are more, like 37.53% covers. And category wise, loan and advances complaints are more, like 29.25%. And next is cost. Basically, for financial year 25, the average cost for handling complaint at the officers reduced to rupees 1582. Earlier it was 1732 per complaint during the financial year 24. And CRPC, like the CRPC received 9.11 lakh complaints, out of which 1.08 lakh and 10,589 complaints were sent to the 24 ombudsman officers. If you see, as per geographical distribution, the states of or the union territory of Chandigarh, Delhi, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Rajasthan were the top 5 contributor to the complaints at the ombudsman officers in terms of complaints received per lakh accounts. And Mizoram, Nagaland, Ladakh, Manipur and Meghalaya reported the lowest number of complaints per lakh accounts. And if we are comparing center-wise complaint, then metropolitan centers have more complaints, like 45.86%. So just remember this data. This is very important. Chandigarh and Mizoram is very important under this question. Next is identify the incorrect statement regarding the 3 major loan approvals signed between India and Asian Development Bank in December 2025. So Government of India and Asian Development Bank signed 3 major loan agreements totaling 800 million to support the developmental project in the state of Maharashtra, in the state of Madhya Pradesh, in the state of Gujarat. So let's see these statements and find out the Incorrect statement. Incorrect statement. ADB approved 500 million loan for the Maharashtra to modernize power distribution and promote agriculture solarization. So this statement is correct statement. It is to modernize rural electricity infrastructure and promote distributed renewable energy. So first statement is correct statement, not the incorrect statement. ADB approved a loan of 190.6 million for the Madhya Pradesh to finance an 8.62 kilometer underground Indore metro corridor with 7 stations. This statement is also correct statement. 7 stations enhancing connectivity between the congested city areas and the airport. So second statement is also correct. ADB approved a USD 210 million loan for the Gujarat to fund its state skills development program. This statement is incorrect because this is not 210, this is 110 million loan to fund a skill development program. This is correct and this is for the Gujarat. So incorrect statement is only C statement. Answer of this question is only C. So you can see this is India and ADB 800 million project for the 3 states Maharashtra, MP and Gujarat. We covered all things. Moving to next question. Next is, which of the following banks were identified as domestic systematically important banks for 2025 by the Reserve Bank of India in December 2025? Very important question for the banking students, but all the banking students know this answer. This is SBI, HDFC and ICICI. Answer of this question is all ABC. So remember, as per the RBI directions, SBI is required to maintain an additional common equity, which is known as CET Tier 1 capital buffer of 0.80% of its risk-weighted assets, and HDFC Bank Limited and the ICICI Bank have to maintain 0.40% and 0.20% respectively, but SBI have to maintain 0.80% of its risk-weighted asset. And this domestic systematically important banks framework introduced in the month of July 2014, later updated in December 2023. And the current update of this list is based on the data collected from the banks as on 31st of March 2025. And key indicators for classification is size, complexity, and substitutability and interconnectedness. But remember about Reserve Bank of India, Governor is Sanjay Malhotra, headquarters is in Mumbai. It was established on 1st of April 1935. Next is, match the items correctly regarding the World Athletic Awards. This is the most important question. World Athletic Awards of 2025 held in November 2025 at Monaco. So let's match this correctly. First is Sydney McLaughlin-Leveron. Sydney McLaughlin-Leveron was awarded as Women's World Athlete of the Year. So for A, it is second. Next is Mondo Duplantis. Most important, Mondo Duplantis. Mondo Duplantis awarded as the Men's World Athlete of the Year. So it means for B, it is first. Next is Emmanuel Vagnoni. Emmanuel Vagnoni won as the Men's Track Athlete of the Year. Men's Track Athlete of the Year. So for C, it is third. Next is Ruth Zempuba, and she was awarded as Woman of the Year. Woman of the Year. Again, very important. Next is Nicola Olisluger. Nicola was awarded as Women's Field Athlete of the Year. For E, it is 5. So for A, it is second. So it means this option is out. This option is out. For B, it is first. So it means answer of this question is very clear. Answer of this question is 3. So remember, this is World Athletic Award of 2025. The most important here is Men's World Athlete of the Year is Mondo Duplantis, most important, and Women World Athlete of the Year is Sydney McLaughlin. You can also see here World Athlete Award 2025. So World Athlete of the Year, Armand Mondo Duplantis in the men's category. In the women's category, it is Sydney. And Coaching Achievement Award goes to Michael O'Connor from Ireland. And the Member Federation Award goes to China. Mark the Indian public sector undertaking that secured the highest rank among the Indian companies in the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, or the SIPRI's Top 100 Arms Producing and the Military Services Companies 2024 list, released in December 2025. So the SIPRI released an annual ranking of the world's largest arms producing and the military services company known as the SIPRI Top 100. And basis on the ranking, the list is determined by total arms sales, including military products, services, and related technology. So as per the ranking, only 3 public sector undertakings. One is Hindustan Aeronautic Limited at 44th place, Bharat Electrical Limited at 58th place, and Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited at 91st place, feature among the world top 100, all under the Ministry of Defense. So remember, the Indian public sector undertaking that secures the highest rank, it is clear now, it is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL. So answer of this question is very clear. This is third. So you can see this. This is 100 arms producing military services company. So first rank all over world goes to Lockheed Martin, second goes to RTX, and third goes to Northrop Grumman Corporation. If we are talking about only Indian companies, then Hindustan Aeronautics Limited 44th rank, Bharat Electronics Limited 58, and Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited 91st. You can remember, this is very, very important. High performance companies, that is Czechoslovak Group, USD 3.6 billion, and SpaceX 1.8 billion. And record global revenues, top 100 total arm revenue is $679 billion. Next is in December 2025, the Securities and Exchange Board of India introduced Swagat F5 framework. This is important. Under the SEBI's Foreign Venture Capital Investors Amendment Regulations 2025 to allow low-risk foreign investors easier participation in the Indian securities market. So this is SEBI who issued SEBI Amendment Regulations of 2025 for low-risk foreign investors to participate in the Indian security market with the introduction of single window automatic and generalized access for trusted foreign investor, which is known as Swagat F5 framework. So W stands for window. Answer of this question is 4. So it is a single window automatic and generalized access for trusted foreign investors, and it was introduced to provide easier investment access to objectively identified and verified low-risk foreign investors. It also enables a unified registration process across multiple investment routes for such entities and reduce repeated compliance and the documentation for such entities. And SEBI has extended the registration continuance period, including the fees payment and KYC, up from the earlier 3 to 5 years to reduce operational burden and promote long-term investor, and now it is to 10 years. 10 years. So it is very important. And effective date is June 1st, 2026. June 1st, 2026. And now it includes retail schemes with a resident Indian sponsor. Sponsor contribution is almost 10% of a fund corpus. This is again very important part of this single window automatic and generalized access for trusted foreign investors. In December 2025, 5 products from the Tamil Nadu received a geographical indication tag from the GI registry under the Department of Promotion, Industry and Internal Trade under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Which of the following is not among them? Again, very important question. Total 5 products. One is Warrior Cotton Sari. Next is Kavind Padi, Nattu Sakarai, which is jaggery powder. Third one is Namakkal Makkal Pathirangal, which is soapstone cookware. Fourth one is Thoyamalli rice. And fifth one is Amsamundram Chopu Saman, which are known as wooden toys. So these 5 products from the Tamil Nadu received GI tag. So which is not in the list? This is Kanchipuram silk sari. Answer of this question is 5. So Tamil Nadu total GI tag product rise to 74, second highest in India. First is UP, Uttar Pradesh. I think UP has 78 or 79 GI tags. I think 79 tags related to UP. And this is Geographical Indication Registry under the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, who provide these geographical indication tags. Next is Stephen Presner was appointed as United Nations Resident Coordinator in India in December 2025 for a time period of, just remember the name, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres appointed Stephen Presner of Austria, belongs to Austria, as the United Nations Resident Coordinator in India. And his time period is 4 years. Answer of this question is 3. So his 4-year term started from 1st of December 2025 and will continue until the year of 2029. So earlier this position lies with Shombi Sharp. Shombi Sharp, who was completed a 4-year term. Next is, where was the 10th edition of India-Indonesia Joint Special Military Exercise known as Garud Shakti? Most important again, Garud Shakti. Earlier we discussed equivalent between India and Maldives. Now it is Garud Shakti between India and Indonesia, conducted to enhance interoperability and strengthen counter-terrorism readiness in December 2025. Answer of this question is Baklo in Himachal Pradesh. Answer of this question is 4. Exercise Garud Shakti. It began at Special Forces Training School in Himachal Pradesh at Baklo. And Garud Shakti is a bilateral exercise conducted between the special forces of India, like Para-Special Forces and Para-Special Forces of Indonesia. And the exercise was first started in the year of 2012 and 9th edition was held at Indonesia. Which bank signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Payment Corporation of India's International Payment Limited in December 2025 to enable UPI or Unified Payment Interface and KHQR based cross-border digital payments between India and Cambodia? So answer of this question is very simple. This is Ekleda Bank Private Limited. Answer of this question is first. So National Payment Corporation of India's International Payment Limited, which is the international arm of NPCI, or you can say the global arm of the NPI, signed a memorandum of understanding with the Bank of Cambodia known as Ekleda Bank, and the first publicly listed commercial bank in Cambodia, to enable quick response or QR based cross-border transaction between India and Cambodia. And this strategic partnership represents a major step towards the global regional payment interoperability, aligning with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN vision of supporting inclusive digital economies and promoting financial innovation in digital payment. So it will work with the National Payment Corporation of India to enable UPI acceptance across Cambodia and KHQR acceptance across India. The QR based cross-border payment between two countries expected to launch in the semester 2 of the 2026. You can say MOU signed between NIPL India and Ekleda Bank Private Limited in Cambodia to enable QR based payment via UPI and KHQR. This is Ekleda Bank who signed this, and it will be launched in September 2nd of 2026. And you can also remember NPCI International Payment Limited, which is known as NIPL, and Managing Director and CEO Ritesh Shukla. Ritesh Shukla. It was established in 2020. Its headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next is Savraj Kaushal, noted lawyer and former public servant, passed away in December 2025. Which state had he served as the governor? Again, important question. And he was earlier the governor of Mizoram. Answer of this question is 1. So, former governor of Mizoram, Savraj Kaushal, passed away at the age of 73 in New Delhi. He was born in 1952 in Solan, and it was in the erstwhile Punjab, or you can say East Punjab State Union, now in Himachal Pradesh. He is the husband of late former Union Minister Sushma Swaraj, and also the father of Bansuri Swaraj, who is currently the Member of Parliament from New Delhi. He became the first Advocate General of Mizoram in 1987, and even in 1990 he appointed as the Governor of Mizoram at the age of 37, making him the one of the youngest governor in India, a position he held till 1993. And from 1998 to 2004, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was Prime Minister, he served as the Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament representing Haryana Vikas Party HVP. Next is, name the country that is participating with India in the 5th edition of the Joint Military Exercise. Again, Joint Military Exercise known as Harimau Shakti 2025 commenced at the Mahajan Field Firing Range in Rajasthan. It was held at Rajasthan in December 2025. And remember, this is the 5th edition of Harimau Shakti 2025. And this exercise is with Malaysia. Answer of this question is 1. So it aimed to enhance interoperability in the sub-conventional operations under the United Nations Chapter 7 mandate. So remember, exercise name is Harimau Shakti. It is between India and Maldives. It was held at Rajasthan. This is the 5th edition of this exercise. Next is who won the Jerusalem Masters 2025 chess tournament by defeating Vishwanathan Anand in the final held in Israel in December 2025. Most important question in the chess history. This is Arjun Erigesi. Answer of this question is 3. Indian chess grandmaster or GM Arjun Erigesi won the second edition of the Jerusalem Masters 2025, and it is by defeating the 5-time world champion or the Indian chess grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand in the final, which was held in Jerusalem. So, most important question. Which university emerged as the overall champion by securing 67 medals at the 5th Khelo India University Games held across 7 cities in Rajasthan from 24th of November to 5th of December? The first important thing, this is the Khelo India University Games. Second, it was held at Rajasthan. This is the most important thing. And which university emerged as the overall champion? Answer of this question is Chandigarh University. Answer of this question is 5. And it was held at 7 cities of Rajasthan like Jaipur, Ajmer, Udaipur, Jodhpur, Bikaner, Kota and Bharatpur. And Chandigarh University, Punjab, topped the medal tally with the 67 medals. And out of 67 medals, 42 were gold, 14 were silver, 11 were bronze. And Lovely Professional University, Punjab, secured the second rank with the 78 medals. Medals are more, but gold are less, like 32 gold, 24 silver and 22 bronze. And third rank goes to again one of the Punjab University. This is Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. And this university secured third rank. This is 72 medals. Out of 72, 32 are gold, 22 are silver and 18 are bronze. But you can remember which university topped overall. This is Chandigarh University. You can also see here 5th edition of Khelo India held at Rajasthan. Chandigarh University won the 67 medals. Second rank goes to Lovely Professional and third rank goes to Guru Nanak Dev University. All 3 universities belongs to state of Punjab. Moving to next question. Mark the correct statements regarding the Reserve Bank of India's 5th bi-monthly monetary policy for financial year 25-26 held in December 2025. Most important question for the banking students. So let's discuss. RBI projected India's real GDP growth for financial year 26 at 7.3%. Yes, it is correct. The Monetary Policy Committee reduced the repo rate. Yes, it is 5.25%. Indian foreign exchange reserves stood at 700 billion as of 28th of November 2025. This is wrong statement because foreign exchange reserves stood at $686.2 billion. So third statement is wrong. Only correct statement is A and B. So answer of this question is 1. You can see this chart. This is 5th bi-monthly monetary policy committee 2026. Total GDP prediction by RBI is 7.3% for financial year 26. This is most important, can be asked in exam. Inflation is 2.0 for the financial year 26. This is projected inflation. Current account deficit is 1.3% for quarter 2. Earlier it was 2.2%, but now it is 1.3%. It is reduced. It is a good sign for Indian economy. Forex reserve $686.2 billion. So this was our third statement. Open market operation, this is $1 trillion, 3-year, 5 billion swap agreement with the USD. And campaign is 2 months for the 1st of Jan to clear complaints. So these are the basically bi-monthly detail. You can also see here. Repo rate is 5.25. Reverse repo is 3.35. This is very less now. Standing deposit or the SDF is 5% or margin standing facility 5.50%. Only 0.50% is difference here. Cash reserve ratio is 3%. Statutory liquidity ratio is 18%. Bank rate is 5.5%. You can revise this again and again. In December 2025, the Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, launched PARV in partnership with the National Stock Exchange of India's Limited and Care Edge Ratings to prevent misleading past performance claims by the regulated entities in this system. So in this system, which was launched as PARV, what is the meaning of V? What is the meaning of V? So the Security Exchange Board of India launched the past risk. Remember, past risk and return verification agency. Verification agency. Now, meaning of V is verification. Answer of this question is 3. It is known as PARV, aimed to prevent misleading claims about the past performance in advertisement related to financial products by the research analysts, investment advisors, and stock brokers. So it is the first of its kind global initiative, was launched in partnership with the National Stock Exchange of India or NSE with Care Edge Ratings. Next is who received the inaugural Federation International the Football Association or FIFA Peace Prize. Very important keyword here, or the most important keyword. During the final draw ceremony of 2026 FIFA World Cup held in Washington DC, USA in December 2025. And this is Donald John Trump. Answer of this question is 4. Very important question. FIFA Peace Prize. First ever FIFA prize won by Donald John Trump, the President of United States of America, during the final draw ceremony which was held in Washington DC. And the award, accompanied by gold medal and certificate, was presented by Gianni Infantino, President of FIFA. Most important question. Who won his maiden Formula One Drivers' Champions title of 2025 despite Max Verstappen winning the season's closing Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Remember, 2025 last Grand Prix was Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and it was won by Max Verstappen. But maiden Formula One Drivers' Championship title of 2025 goes to Lando Norris. Answer of this question is 4. Lando Norris became the 11th British driver to win the Formula One World Championship and the first British champion since Lewis Hamilton in 2020, securing McLaren's 13th driver championship title. But remember, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix won by Max Verstappen and overall 2025 driver championship title won by Lando Norris. Most important question. Name the Indian Defence Public Sector undertaking that partnered with the Lockheed Martin in December 2025 to establish a maintenance, repair and overhaul hub in Bengaluru for Indian Air Force C-130J Super Hercules fleet. And this is TACL, Tata Advanced System Limited. Answer of this question is 2nd. So Tata's Advanced System Limited, a fully owned subsidiary of Tata Sons and the United States of America based leading global aerospace and defense company, Lockheed Martin, announced the establishment of a MRO, maintenance, repair and overhaul facility in Bengaluru, Karnataka. The Indian origin Chief Executive Officer Neil Mohan, who has named as Times 2025 CEO of the Year in December 2025, leads which major global company? Most important question. And Neil Mohan is currently the CEO of the major global company YouTube. Answer of this question is 1. So Time Magazine named Indian origin Neil Mohan Chief Executive Officer of the social media and online video sharing platform YouTube as the 2025 CEO of the Year, recognizing his role in shaping global digital consumption through YouTube. And previous year, if you can compare with this last year, then it is Lisa Fangsu, CEO and chair of Advanced Micro Devices, a semiconductor design company, was named as the Time Magazine CEO of the Year. But currently in 2025, YouTube is the answer. Next is, what was India's overall position in the medal standing at the International Shooting Sport Federation's World Cup final, which was held in Doha, Qatar, from 4th of December to 9th of December 2025. So very simple question. First thing you have to remember, this is ISSF World Cup, International Shooting Sport Federation's World Cup, which was held at Doha. This is most important thing. And the India's rank is 2nd because first rank goes to China. So this is ISSF World Cup, which was held at Doha. And the event marked the final stage of 2025 shooting season. And China topped the medal tally with 9 medals. Like out of 9, total 4 are gold, 2 are silver and 3 are bronze medal. And India secured the second position. India's total medals are 6 out of 6. 2 are gold, 3 are silver and 1 is bronze medal. And the third rank goes to United States of America. And gold medal goes to Simranpreet Kaur, women's 25-meter pistol, and Sruchi Singh, women 10 air meter pistol. You can remember this. Gold medal won by Sruchi Singh and Simranpreet Kaur. Next is, what percentage of global real-time payment transactions was contributed by UPI? as highlighted by ACI's Worldwide's Prime Time for Real-Time 2024 report referenced in December 2025. So, ACI Worldwide released a report which is known as Prime Time for Real-Time 2024 stats. UPI accounted for about 49% of the global real-time payment transactions, with India recording 129.3 billion transactions. And India was followed by Brazil, Thailand, China, and South Korea at significantly lower volumes. So you can also see this. UPI's world largest retail time payment system as per IMF and ACI reports, and 49% of transactions accounted for UPI. And India largest volume is 129.3 billion, second Brazil, third Thailand, fourth China, and fifth is South Korea. Remember, very important point, and the scheme ensures zero merchant discount rate on UPI transactions, and offer a 0.15% incentive for transactions up to 2000 rupees made to the small merchants. And only the UPI transactions up to 2000 for small merchants are covered under this scheme. And second is PIDF. This is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund, and it was introduced in January 2021, and it was intended to subsidize the development and the deployment of the payment acceptance infrastructure in the tier 3 to tier 6 centers, with a special focus on the northeastern states of the country. Next is identify the campaign that was announced by the Ministry of Finance in December 2025 facilitated the settlement of nearly 2000 crore in unclaimed financial asset during its initial 2 months. And this is Aapki Punji Aapka Adhikar, your money, your right. Answer of this question is 3. So Ministry of Finance, Government of India announced the progress of the nationwide campaign, which is known as Aapki Punji Aapka Adhikar, your money, your right, conducted as a 3-month nationwide drive from 4th of October to 5th of December to facilitate the settlement of unclaimed financial assets across India. So in the first 2 months, around 2000 crore in the unclaimed funds were successfully reclaimed by rightful owners. How many new members were added when the UNESCO, or the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, expanded its global network of learning cities in December 2025? So UNESCO inducted 72 new cities, answer of this question is 3, from 46 countries into its global network of learning cities, which is known as GNLC, bringing the total membership to 425 cities across 91 countries. And remember about GNLC. GNLC was launched by the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning in 2013, began officially accepting city declaration in 2015. And the main aim of this network to support and promote policy dialogue, experience exchange and practice sharing among member cities to help cities build capacity for the lifelong learning and sustainable quality development. So very important. And as of 2025, 3 Indian cities are part of this UNESCO GNLC, or Global Network for Learning Cities. First one is Rangal in Telangana, Thrissur and Nilambur, and both are situated in Kerala. Next question. Who won the International Chess Federation Circuit 2025 in December 2025, and also the first Indian to qualify directly for the Candidates Tournament 2026? Most important question. And answer of this question is Ramesh Babu Pragnananda. Answer of this question is 3. So Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnananda won the International Chess Federation FIDE Circuit 2025 with 115.7 points, a year-long series of tournaments held from January to December 2025, securing direct qualification to the Candidates Tournament of 2026. He became the only male player to qualify via FIDE Circuit and will make his second consecutive appearance at the Candidates Tournament. And even 3 Indian women, Grandmaster Divya Deshmukh, Kaneru Hampi and Vaishali Ramesh Babu, have already qualified for the 2026 Women's Candidate Tournament 2026. Identify the venue that hosted the Federation Equestrian International or Asian Equestrian Championship 2025 in December 2025, where Thailand topped the event with 7 medals and India secured 5 medals. And this was held at Pattaya, Thailand. Answer of this question is 3. So this is the second edition of the International Federation for Equestrian Sports or the Federation Equestrian Sports, which is Asian Equestrian Championship of 2025, and it was held at Pattaya, Thailand from 24th of November to 7th of December. And Thailand topped this medal tally. You can see this image. Thailand topped this medal tally with 7 medals. Out of 7, 3 are gold, 0 silver, and 4 are bronze. And Hong Kong is on the second position, 7 medals with 2 silver and 5 bronze medals. And India secured 5 medals out of 5. 1 is gold and 4 are silver medals. Bronze is 0, so 4 are silver and 1 is gold. And you can remember one name, Ashish Limai. Ashish Limai became the first Indian rider to win the gold medal in the eventing at the Continental Championship. And the trio of Ashish Limai, Shashank Singh Kataria, and Shashank Kanmuri clinched the silver medal. Identify the institution where the Center for Development of Telematics Samagya Technologies Foundation, established to serve as the India's national hub for the quantum communication, and it was inaugurated in December 2025. This is IIT Madras. So answer of this question is 4. So Professor Abhay Krandikar, Secretary of Department of Science and Technology under the Ministry of Science and Technology, virtually inaugurated Indian Institute of Technology Madras Center for Development of Telematics, or you can say Samagya Technology Foundation, India's national hub for quantum communication at IIT Madras Research Park in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. And this foundation has been established under the National Quantum Mission, an initiative of the Government of India about the national quantum communication improvement. So very important. You can see here Professor Abhay Krandikar, Secretary under the Department of Science and Technology, and it was established at IIT Madras in Chennai, and it comes under the National Quantum Mission. Remember, this is for financial year 24 to 31. So it is India's national hub for quantum communication. And other national quantum mission hubs are IISc Bengaluru, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi. Very important. Which bank was named as Global Bank of the Year 2025? Most important question by the banker, a Financial Times publication in December 2025. And it is a Singapore-based bank known as DBS Bank. So DBS Bank was named as the Global Bank of the Year by the banker, a publication of Financial Times during the annual Bank of the Year Awards, which is held at London. And this is DBS third global win in this category after 2018 and 2021. Remember, Global Bank of the Year title goes to DBS Bank. And you can also remember DBS also clinched multiple regional and category awards like Asian Bank of the Year, Singapore Bank of the Year, Investment Bank of the Year, Asia, and the first ever Investment Bank of the Year. So these all titles clinched by DBS Bank. Where did Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, flag off India's first indigenous hydrogen fuel cell vessel in December 2025? So Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowalji, who is the Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, flagged off India's first indigenous hydrogen powered FCV fuel cell vessel known as Pilot 01 during a ceremony which was held at Namoghat in Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh. Answer of this question is 3. And it is on the banks of river Ganga. And you can remember in November 2022, Inland Waterway Authority of India signed a memorandum of understanding with the Cochin Shipyard Limited to construct India's first hydrogen fuel cell, which is also known as catamaran vessel, for operation in Varanasi, and electric hybrid vessel for UP and Assam. So remember, this is known as Pilot 1. Financial advisory firm Arton Capital released a Passport Index 2025. Most important index, Passport Index, in which India was ranked 67. Most important ranking, India rank was 67. Identify the country that topped this index as the world strongest passport. So this is Canada-based organization Arton Capital, or the financial advisory firm, which released this passport index of 2025. As per this index, United Arab Emirates, answer of this question is 3. United Arab Emirates retained its position as the world's strongest passport for the 7th consecutive year with an overall mobility score of 179, allowing visa-free access to 126 destinations and visa on arrival in 45 countries, and estimate time of arrival access to 8 countries. And second rank goes to Singapore and third rank goes to Spain. So if you are ranking individually, then Spain rank is third, otherwise Spain rank is second, because the overall mobility score of Spain and Singapore is same. Overall mobility score of Spain and Singapore is 175. So both countries are on the second position, but in the individual rankings, like first rank UAE, second Singapore, third you can remember it is Spain. Otherwise, both can be ranked at second places. And India ranked 67th globally with a mobility score of 74, granting visa-free access to 74 countries, covering 37% of the world. And bottom 3 countries are Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq. Afghanistan is at the bottom. How much financing was approved by the World Bank in December 2025 for implementing Clean Air program? Clean Air, very important program in UP and Haryana. 2 states are covered. One is UP, second is Haryana. And overall 600 million funding is provided by the World Bank. So World Bank Board of Executive Director approved $600 million in financing for 2 multi-sectoral clean air programs in UP and Haryana to improve air quality for nearly 270 million people across the Indo-Gangetic Plains and Himalayan foothills under the Regional Air Quality Management Program. So remember, one is UP, second is Haryana. For UP, time period is 10 years and almost $300 million provided to UP, including 2-year grace time period. Main initiatives: electric bus seats, 3-wheelers, clean cooking for the 3.9 million households, vehicle replacement, agriculture and the industrial inventions. For Haryana, time period is 23.5 years, total grace period is 6 years, and almost 300 million provided to the Haryana. And implementing agency is Arjun SPV. This is important. Arjun SPV. This is West Bengal's initiative, or you can say coordinated by Artificial Intelligence for Resilient Jobs, Urban Air Quality and Next Generation Council, a special purpose vehicle chaired by Rajesh Kular. Rajesh Kular. So very important. And main initiatives: electric buses, 3-wheelers, electric vehicle charging stations, boiler conversions like used in industries, agriculture waste management, air quality monitoring, mobilizing private capital. So major support is provided by West Bengal Resilient Asia program, supported by the United Kingdom Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office and the Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation. And second supporter is Energy Sector Management Assessment Program, which is ESMAP, a multi-donor trust fund administered by the West Bengal state. Next is identify the country that was approved by the Commonwealth Sport in December 2025 to host the inaugural Commonwealth Koko Championship, scheduled from 9 to 14th of March 2026. And this country is one and only India. The Commonwealth Sports granted its approval for India to host the first ever edition of the Commonwealth Koko Championship from 9 to 14th of March 2026. And this announcement marks a major milestone for India in the field of sports globally, even after announcement of 2030 Commonwealth Games host city Ahmedabad. Very important. 2030 Commonwealth Games official host city will be Ahmedabad. So very important boost for the sports area. So the inaugural Koko Championship is expected to witness participation over the 24 Commonwealth nations, featuring 16 men's and 16 women teams. And the championship marks the next key milestone in Indian Koko after the first World Cup held in New Delhi. In January 2025. Mark the correct statement regarding Italy's Deputy Prime Minister Antonio Tajani's visit to India in December 2025. So let's find out correct statement. And remember, Antonio Tajani arrived at Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi and he was welcomed by Union Minister Dr. S. Jaishankarji under the Ministry of External Affairs. And first statement was he co-chaired the Italy-India Business Forum 2025 with Piyush Goyalji, who is the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, focusing on clean mobility, green energy, and advanced manufacturing. This statement is correct statement. And even both signed and agreed minutes of the 22nd session of India-Italy Joint Commission for Economic Cooperation. So this is 22nd session of the India-Italy Joint Commission for Economic Cooperation was signed, outlining trade and investment cooperation. Already covered. This statement is true. Third is Steel Authority of India signed an agreement with the Dainelli Group for advanced green steel technology projects exceeding 4 million tons per year capacity. This statement is also true. So answer of this question is all A, B, C. You can also see this chart. This is Deputy Prime Minister Antonio Tajani who visited India, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Dr. S. Jaishankar and Ajit Doval basically do the bilateral meetings with the Deputy Prime Minister. And even bilateral trade target is now 20 billion euro by the year of 2029. And this is the second visit in the 2025. And Antonio Tajani and Union Minister Piyush Goyal basically attended the India-Italy Business Forum. Also 22nd session of the India-Italy Joint Commission for the Economic Cooperation. And various memorandum of understanding was signed. One was with the Steel Authority of India Limited, that is SAIL. Next is identify the correct statement regarding the approval granted by the Union Cabinet in December 2025. Again, very important. Union Cabinet approved the Census of India 2027 to be conducted only in a single phase using manual schedules. So this statement is not true statement because Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi signed various approvals. One is Census of India 2027, the largest administrative and statistical exercise in the world. This will be the 16th census and the 16th census of the country and 8th since independence. And remember, the Union Cabinet has approved 11,000 crore, almost 11,000, exact figure is 718.24 crore for conducting Census of India. And this census will be conducted in two phases, not in single phase. So first statement is incorrect. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the Coal Setu, seamless, efficient and transparent utilization window for auction-based coal linkages for industrial use and export. Very important and true statement. And Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs approved the minimum spot price for the copra for the 2026 season, fixing separate prices for ball copra and milling copra. So this statement is also correct statement. So answer of this question is only B and C. But the most important statement is first statement. Census of India 2027. Total cost of this census is 11,718.24 crore. And this census will be conducted in two phases. First is house listing and housing census from April to September 2026. And second is population enumeration, that is February 2027. And for the Union Territory of Ladakh and snowbound non-synchronous area of the UT of the Jammu and Kashmir and the state of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, population enumeration shall be conducted in September 2026. And this will be the India's first fully digital census and data collection through mobile application on Android and iPhone operating system. Second is Coal Setu window. So the coal linkage obtained under the window shall be for own consumption, export coal and any other purpose including coal washing except resale in the country. And coal linkage holder will be eligible to export coal up to 50% of their coal linkage quality. And even minimum spot price for ball copra and the milling copra is fixed. And for ball copra, it is 12,500 per quintal. And for milling copra, it is 12,027 rupees. And nodal agencies will be NAFED and NCCF. Not important. Just remember MSP for copra is fixed. Choose the correct statement regarding the 7th United Nations Environment Assembly held at the UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, which are headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya in December 2025. So remember, United Nations Environment Assembly or UNES 7th session, the world's highest decision-making body for the matters related to the environment, and it was held from 8th to 12th of December 2025 at UNEP headquarters, which is situated in Nairobi, Kenya. And the theme of this session is Advancing Sustainable Solution for Resilient Planet. So let's find out the correct statement. First is the theme of UNES 7 was Advancing Sustainable Solution for Resilient Planet. Yes, this statement is true statement. During UNES 7, Supriya Sahu, Additional Chief Secretary, Government of Tamil Nadu, received 2025 Champions of Earth Award from the United Nations Environment Program. Most important statement and correct statement. Remember, Supriya Sahu, Additional Chief Secretary under the Government of Tamil Nadu, received the Champions of Earth Award from the United Nations Environment Program. And this award is specially given to Supriya Sahu for her contribution to climate action, ecosystem restoration, and community resilience. At the conclusion of this 7th session, Matthew Samuda of Jamaica was elected as the president of 8th UNEA, scheduled for December 2027. So this statement is also correct. So answer of this question is all A, B, C. Fourth is correct. And remember about United Nations Environment Program. Its director, General Executive Director is Ayanga Anderson, and its headquarters is in Nairobi, Kenya, and UNEP was established in 1972. Next is mark the incorrect statement regarding the loans approved by the Asian Development Bank for India in December 2025. So remember, Asian Development Bank approved 3 major loans for India. One is $240 million loan for Chennai Metro Expansion Phase 2. Second is $108 million loan for Mizoram Public Healthcare and $100 million loan for the Finance for Women Borrowers to support infrastructure, healthcare and financial inclusion initiative in India. So let's read one by one. ADB approved $240 million loan for Chennai Metro Phase 2 as a part of $780 million loan facility sanctioned in 2022. Basically, this is the second installment and first statement is correct. A USD 108 million loan was sanctioned for Mizoram Public Healthcare under the Mizoram Universal Health Coverage Scheme, providing coverage up to 10 lakh per family per year. This statement was correct, but this is wrong. This is not 10 lakh, this is 5 lakh. So second statement is wrong statement only for this, that this is not 10 lakh per family per year, this is 5 lakh per family per year. Next is 100 million loan was approved for women-focused micro, small and medium enterprise finance through 5-Star Business Finance Limited, Chennai. This statement is correct. So only incorrect statement is B. So answer of this question is B. You can also see this chart. This is for Chennai Metro Expansion, $240 million loan, second installment out of $780 million facility, which was sanctioned in 2022. And total length of this metro expansion is 118.9 kilometer, line 3, 4 and 5. And its completion time projected is 2028. Next is Mizoram Public Healthcare, $108 million provided. Yes. Mizoram Universal Healthcare Scheme. Yes. But it is not 10 lakh, it is 5 lakh per family per year. Next is identify the wetland that along with the Copra Jalashya was designated as the 95th and 96th Ramsar site under the Ramsar Convention on Wetland 1971 in December 2025. Most important question. And first site was Copra Jalashya, 95th wetland, and 96th wetland designated as Salisad Lake. And Salisad Lake is situated in Alwar district of Rajasthan. So both are designated as wetlands under the Ramsar sites or the Ramsar Convention on Wetland 1971. Now total Ramsar sites in India are 96. So with this inclusion, Rajasthan now has 5 Ramsar sites and Chhattisgarh first Ramsar site. Very important, Chhattisgarh records its first ever Ramsar site. So remember this thing, most important question. Now 2 new wetlands added in the Ramsar list. Now total list 96. Salisad Lake in Rajasthan and Copra Jalashya. This is the Chhattisgarh first site which is included in the Ramsar list. Total 96. It comes under the Ramsar Convention on Wetland 1971. State with the highest number of sites is Tamil Nadu, 20 sites. UP second. And world's top Ramsar countries are UK, 176 Ramsar sites only in UK. Largest Ramsar site in India is Sundarban wetland in West Bengal. Smallest Ramsar site in India is Renuka Lake in Himachal Pradesh. And you can also remember world's first Ramsar site was Coburg Peninsula in Australia, which was designated as Ramsar site in 1974. And with the latest edition, India holds the highest number of Ramsar sites in South Asia, ranks first in Asia, and stands third globally after the United Kingdom and Mexico. You can remember this. And India's first site is Chilika Lake, Odisha, and Kaladio National Park in Rajasthan, and it was designated in 1981. So as of December 2025, there are total 2,550 Ramsar sites worldwide. And the world's first Ramsar site was Coburg Peninsula in Australia, and largest site of India is Sundarban. Largest site of world is Rio Negro. Rio Negro in Brazil is the largest Ramsar site. And smallest site is Monaco Marine Reserve in Monaco, and it is the smallest site, just area is 0.04 hectares. So remember about Ramsar. Ramsar Convention on Wetland, which is the International Treaty on Wetland Conservation and Sustainable Use. It was adopted in 1971 in Ramsar in Iran. So it started in 1975 and its headquarters is in Gland, Switzerland. Next is choose the correct statement about the 20th session of United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO Intergovernmental Committee for Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage held in December 2025 in New Delhi. So this is very important. UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage Intergovernmental Committee. So we have to find out the correct statement. First statement is the session was organized by Ministry of Culture, Government of India and the Sangeet Natak Academy and was hosted by India for the first time. This statement is important that this session is hosted by India for first time. So first statement is true. Deepavali was included in the UNESCO's representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity during this session. This statement is most important that Deepavali was included in the UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage. So this statement is also true. At the end of this session, India handed over the chairmanship of this UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage Committee to China. Again, important statement, which will host and preside over the 2026 session. So all the statements are correct. Answer of this question is 4. C statement is also correct. So this event marks the 20 years since India ratified the 2003 UNESCO's convention in the year of 2005. So you can also see here, this is hosted at Red Fort, New Delhi, and this is UNESCO Intergovernmental Committee for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage. And this is the 20th edition, again important, and this is organized by Ministry of Culture and Sangeet Natak Academy. So total editions this year are 67 from 77 countries, including Deepavali. And Vishal V. Sharma, Ambassador and Permanent Delegate of India to the UNESCO. So Deepavali is added and 2026 presidency goes to China. Next is identified the name of India's first indigenous 64-bit dual-core microprocessors unveiled in December 2025 to strengthen the country's self-reliant semiconductor ecosystem. This question is very important and answer of this question is Dhruv 64. Answer of this question is 3. So Government of India unveiled Dhruv 64, India's first indigenous built 1.0 gigahertz 64-bit dual-core microprocessor, marking a significant milestone in strengthening India's self-reliant microprocessor ecosystem. The newly launched semiconductor chip was developed by the Center for Development, which is also known as CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, Research and Development Organization under the Ministry of Electronics, Information and Technology under the Microprocessor Development Program. And the launch of Dhruv 64 is a part of the Government of India's Digital India Reduced Instruction Set Computer program, which aims to create a complete portfolio of the microprocessor-based computers in India. Which public sector bank appointed Rajiv Ranjan as its managing director in December 2025 following the completion of Vinay M. Townsend's tenure? Most important question for the banking student, and this bank is State Bank of India. Answer of this question is 3. So the appointment committee of the cabinet chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has approved the proposal of Department of Financial Services under Ministry of Finance for appointment of Rajiv Ranjan ji as the managing director of State Bank of India, India's largest public sector bank. And Ranjan ji, who was previously served as the Deputy Managing Director of SBI, succeeding Vinay M. Tonse, whose tenure expired on 30th of November 2025. So, very important question. Mark the correct statements related to Microsoft Chief Executive Officer Satya Nadella's visit to India from 10th to 12th of December 2025. Very important question. And we have to find out correct statement. First is, Microsoft signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Labour and Employment to support the National Career Service Platform. This statement is true, and this was signed in the presence of Union Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya ji. Next statement, Microsoft announced that it would double its skilling target to 20 million individuals by the year of 2030 during this visit. This statement is also true. Next, Microsoft partnered with the Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, Wipro, and the Cognizant to deploy Microsoft Copilot and Agentic Artificial Intelligence. This statement is also true statements. Answer of this question is all ABC. 4 is the answer. So you can see Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella visited India, and this is the second visit to India in 2025. And total investment in India over the 2026 to 2029 will be $17.5 billion. All the things covered. Next question. Which country partnered with India to sign the Indian Council of Agriculture Research National Institute of Agriculture Technology Work Plan 2025 to 27 in December 2025 to enhance collaboration in agriculture research and technology exchange? And this country is Argentina. Just remember the question as same as this slide. India and Argentina have formalized a bilateral work plan for the year 2025 to 27 between Indian Council of Agriculture Research and Argentina's National Institute of Agriculture Technology to deepen cooperation in the agriculture research, technology exchange, and capacity building. Mark the correct statement regarding the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan in December 2025. So let's read out this statement and find out the correct statement. The visit marked the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations between India and Jordan. So this is wrong statement. This is not the 50th anniversary. This is the 75th anniversary of India and Jordan diplomatic relation. So first statement is incorrect. During the visit, India and Jordan proposed a target to enhance bilateral trade to $5 billion over the next 5 years. This statement is true. India-Jordan Business Forum was held in Amman with leaders from both countries emphasizing stronger business-to-business ties. This statement is also true. Remember the place where this business forum held. So answer of this question is only B and C. Only B and C is the correct option. You can see 3 nations tour. One is Jordan, Ethiopia, and Oman. We covered in the daily videos. And this is the 75th anniversary, not the 60th anniversary, 75th anniversary. And trade we already discussed, and total 5 MOU signed between India and Jordan. State Bank of India signed a line of credit of Dash with the KfW Development Bank of Germany in December 2025 to finance climate-friendly energy generation projects in India. And total, if you see, total amount of this line of credit is 150 million euro. So answer of this question is 3. So State Bank of India signed euro 150 million, approximately 1360 crore rupees line of credit with the KfW Developmental Bank of Germany to support financing for climate-friendly energy generation projects, accelerating renewable energy adoption and sustainable infrastructure in India. And the agreement was signed in KfW headquarters, which is in Frankfurt, Germany. And the agreement underscores India's German cooperation in sustainable development finance and knowledge sharing between the SBI and this Germany bank. Identify the country's aerospace force that participated with Indian Air Force in the bilateral exercise known as Avia Indra 2025 held in New Delhi from 15 to 22nd of December 2025. So remember the exercise name. This is Avia Indra 2025, and this is a bilateral exercise of India and Russia. Answer of this question is second, and this was held at New Delhi. And the exercise aims to enhance bilateral defense cooperation, improve mutual understanding, strengthening aerospace operational synergy. And exercise Ave Indra 2025 was conducted in two phases, with phase 1 held at Russia and phase 2 in India. Phase 2 India. Next is mark the correct statement regarding the key memorandum of understanding signed during the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Ethiopia from 16th to 17th of December 2025. We also covered this question in the detailed topic-wise video, and let's find out correct statement. Both countries signed an MOU on cooperation and mutual administrative assistance in the custom matters to strengthen trade facilitation. So this statement is true. Next is, it is to enhance cooperation in the United Nations peacekeeping operation training. This is also true. It is to establish a data center at Ethiopia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs to support digital infrastructure. This statement is important and also true. So answer of this question is all ABC. Fourth is the answer. So you can see this is the highlights of Prime Minister Narendra Modi visit to Ethiopia. This is the first bilateral visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Ethiopia. And Abiy Ahmed Ali, who is the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The main MOU which was signed, like customs cooperation, UN peacekeeping training, setting up of a data center at Ethiopia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, this is important, and debt restructuring under G20 framework. The most important thing under this question is the Great Honor Nishan of Ethiopia was given to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So very important question. India UAE joint military drill dash commenced at Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates in December 2025 to enhance interoperability and defense cooperation between the two armies. So this is a military exercise, and this is in between India and UAE, and name of this exercise is Desert Cyclone 2. So answer of this question is 3. So this is the second edition of the joint military exercise of Desert Cyclone 2 between Indian Army and the United Arab Emirates Army, commenced at Abu Dhabi, the city, or you can say the capital city of UAE, and this was started on 30th of December 2025. Next is on 17th of December 2025, the Indian Navy commissioned its second multi-mission helicopter, MS-60R Seahawk Squadron, Indian Naval Air Squadron 335 Ospreys, at Indian Naval Station Dash, significantly enhancing naval aviation capabilities along Indian Western Seaboard. So again, this question is static. You can remember as same as in slide. Answer of this question is Hansa, Indian Naval Station, Hansa, Goa. So third is the answer. So Indian Navy commissioned its second multi-mission helicopter, that is MH-60R Seahawk Helicopter Squadron, Indian Naval Air Squadron 335 at the Indian Naval Station Hansa, Goa, marking a key milestone in its modernization drive and significantly enhancing naval aviation capabilities along the western seaboard. So you can see this slide. This is INS 335, second MS-60R Squadron. It is commissioned at INS Hansa, Goa, and by Indian Navy it is commissioned, presided by Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi, who is Chief of Naval Staff, and this squadron is led by Captain Dhirender Bisht, and aircraft is MH-60R Seahawk helicopter. Next is Apache AH-64E. This helicopter is received by Indian Army and manufacturer company is Boeing USA. Total helicopter received 6, and this squadron is commissioned at 451 Army Aviation Squadron, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Next is Pulitzer Prize winning journalist Peter Arnett, who passed away in December 2025, won the Pulitzer Prize for International Reporting in Dash for his coverage of the Vietnam War. So this was in the year of 1966. Answer of this question is 1. So Peter Arnett, the Pulitzer Prize winning journalist known for its frontline reporting in the Vietnam and the Gulf Wars, passed away in California, the United States of America at the age of 91. He was born in 1934 in New Zealand. He won the Pulitzer Prize in 1966 for international reporting for coverage of the Vietnam War for the Associated Press. Which state announced plans to develop India's first state-level multinational park Tiger Corridor in collaboration with the National Highway Authority of India in December 2025? Very simple question, and you can guess this is Madhya Pradesh. Third is the answer. So Madhya Pradesh Public Works Department Minister Rakesh Kumar announced that this Madhya Pradesh state will develop India's first state-level multinational park Tiger Corridor in collaboration with the NHAI during an event which was held in Madhya Pradesh. And the 961-kilometer corridor will connect Kanha Tiger Reserve, which is situated in Madhya Pradesh, Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve, Panna Tiger Reserve, Pench Tiger Reserve, with an estimated cost of 5,500 crore. Which of the following is not among the 4 Government of India backed artificial intelligence centers of excellence supported by Google's $8 million funding in December 2025 during the India AI Impact Summit of 2026 in New Delhi? Very static question. You can remember just from this slide. And this organization is Health Gamma AI Lab. Answer of this question is 5. So you can remember this slide also. Google announced 8 million USD funding. 8 million USD funding to support India's AI research ecosystem. As per the Google, USD 8 million research funding will be distributed among 4 artificial intelligence center of excellence. And these centers are Tanush, Rawat Research Foundation, Artificial Intelligence Center of Excellence for Education at IIT Madras, and Anam.ai. This is IIT Ropar. So 50,000 each for Jinani.ai and CoRover.ai to develop Indic language solutions or the Indian language solutions, and $2 million to set up Indic Language Technology Research Hub at IIT Bombay, and $4.5 million to Vadvani Artificial Intelligence, included $2.5 million for the Health Vani Assistant and $2 million for the Garuda and AI model for agriculture. You can also remember one thing, that Google has collaborated with the National Health Authority for digitization of the medical record through the advanced technology like artificial intelligence. And one project again signed by Google, that is Renew. Renew is the energy global company, a leading decarbonization solution company, signed a long-term agreement with the Google to enable the development of 150 megawatt solar power project in Rajasthan. You can also remember this. Next is name the family that topped the Bloomberg's World Richest Family Report of 2025 released by Bloomberg in December 2025, in which the Ambani family ranked 8th and was the only Indian family featured in the list. Very important question, and this family is Walton's family, who is on the top. So Bloomberg released this report, Bloomberg's World Richest Family 2025, tracking the 25 wealthiest family fortunes globally and their aggregate wealth growth. As per the report, Ambani family ranked 8th on the list with an estimated net worth of $105.6 billion. And this family is the only Indian family featured in the list. And Walton family, who owns almost 44% in the Walmart, is ranked first, and total net worth of Walton family is $513.4 billion. Second rank goes to the Royal family, Al Nahyan family, and third rank goes to Al Saud family. This is also Royal family. Indian representation is Ambani family. You can also see the list. Renowned Indian sculptor Ram Vanji Sutar, designer of the 182-meter Statue of Unity, who passed away in December 2025. Most important question. And he was honored with the Padam Bhushan in the field of arts in which year? He was honored with Padam Bhushan in the year of 2016. So answer of this question is 3. And he was born in 1925 in Dhule in Maharashtra. He was also honored with the Padam Shri in 1999 in the field of art, and Padam Bhushan in 2016 in the field of art also. And he created 182-meter Statue of Unity at Kevadia in Gujarat, dedicated to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel ji, the world's tallest statue. And he sculpted the 108 feet of statue of Kempe Gowda installed at Bengaluru International Airport in Bengaluru, Karnataka. He also designed 45 feet tall Chambal Monument. Chambal Monument in Madhya Pradesh. He received the Tagore Award for Cultural Harmony in 2018 and the Maharashtra Bhushan Puraskar in the year of 2025. So remember, the sculptor name is Ram Vanji Sutar. Identify the country that handed over the rotating presidency of BRICS to India for 2026 during the 4th BRICS Sherpa meeting held in December 2025. Static question, but important question. That 4th BRICS Sherpa meeting was held in December 2025 and this country was Brazil. Answer of this question is 4. So India will officially assume the chairmanship on 1st of Jan 2026. And India's Sherpa ambassador is Sudhakar Dalela. You can remember the name. And Brazil remains the formal chair until the 31st of December 2025. And India's presidency for 2026 will be structured around a humanity first approach proposed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And the Prime Minister Narendra Modi also proposed 4 pillars for the humanity first approach, and these 4 pillars are resilience, innovation, cooperation, and sustainability. Identify the company that appointed former Reserve Bank of India Deputy Governor Vibhu Prasad Kango as the non-executive chairman of its board in December 2025. Static question, remember as same as in slide, and answer of this question is IIFL Finance Limited. 4th is the answer. So IIFL Finance Limited, India's leading retail-focused diversified non-banking financial company, appointed Vibhu Prasad Kango, former Deputy Governor of Reserve Bank of India, as the non-executive chairman of the board with immediate effect. What is the maximum foreign direct investment permitted in the nuclear power sector under the Sustainable Harnessing and Advancement of Nuclear Energy for Transforming India, which is also known as Shanti Bill of 2025, which received presidential assent in December 2025, and total foreign direct investment is 49%. So answer of this question is second. So you can see President Draupadi Murmu now granted the assent to Shanti Bill, we discussed in detail, and the bill now becomes act. And this is Minister of State Jitendra Singh Ji, Department of Atomic Energy and Minister of Science and Technology, who introduced this bill in the Parliament. And this bill enabled private sector participation, establish a comprehensive legal framework. And this bill also amended the Atomic Energy Act of 1962 and the Civil Liability for the Nuclear Damage Act 2010. And total FDI is allowed 49%. 49% FDI is allowed. And this bill also grants statutory status to the AERB. This is Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, which establishes specialized adjudication mechanism and restricts civil court jurisdiction for faster dispute resolution. And the national level organization of nuclear power is NPCIL, National or the Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited. Chairman and Managing Director is Bhuvan Chandra Pathak, and headquarters is in Mumbai, and this organization was established in 1987. Identify the correct statement regarding the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin Bill 2025, also known as G. Ramji Bill, which received presidential assent in December 2025. Again, we discussed in the daily videos and also in detailed manner. The act replaces the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act in 2005 with a new statutory framework. Yes, this statement is true statement. We have to find out the correct. This statement is true. And this also replaces Manrega 2005 with a modern statutory framework that enhances livelihood security and is aligned with the national vision of Viksit Bharat at the rate 2047. We will celebrate centenary year in the year of 2047 because this is the 100th year independence celebration. The statutory employment guarantee has been enhanced from 100 days to 125 days per rural household in each financial year. This statement is also important and very true that earlier 100 days work was provided under MGNREGA, now 125 days. The scheme is implemented with the uniform 50:50. This is wrong. 50:50 cost sharing pattern between the center and the state. This is wrong. The ratio will be 60:40 in the center and state. But if the state belongs to northeast or the Himalayan category state, then the ratio will be 90:10. And if it is union territory without legislature, then it is 100% centrally sponsored scheme. So answer of this question is all A, B, C. 4 is the answer. So you can see 40:60 and 90:10 and 100%. And administrative expenditure will be 9% and payment will be given within 15 days. 15 days. Mark the incorrect statement regarding the release of the toolkit for the 10th edition of Swachh Sarvekshan by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in December 2025. Again, very important question because Union Minister Manohar Lal Khattar ji under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs released this toolkit for the 10th edition of the Swachh Sarvekshan, the world's largest urban cleanness survey in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. So let's find out incorrect statement. The theme of the Swachh Sarvekshan 2025-26 is स्वच्छता की नई पहल, बढ़ाएं हाथ, करें सफाई साथ. So this statement is true, and remember this theme is very important. This can be asked by the examiner. Second statement is the coverage of the Swachh Sarvekshan has been expanded to include only Ganga river towns with no separate assessment for coastal cities. This statement is very wrong, because the scope of Swachh Sarvekshan has been widened to include river town nationwide, not only Ganga river, nationwide, beyond earlier coverage of only Ganga towns, and a separate assessment framework for the coastal areas has been included to address their distinct sanitation and waste management challenges. So it is not only Ganga river, it is all over India. Third statement is the on-ground assessment will be conducted through a 45-day survey from February to March 2026. So over 3,000 trained field assessors will conduct a 45-day on-ground survey across all urban local bodies using global positioning system enabling monitor. And the field assessments were expected to conduct from February to March 2026 along with garbage-free cities and open defecation-free certification assessment. So this statement is true. So only incorrect statement is B. So answer of this question is second. In December 2025, Indian Navy decommissioned Dash ship after 40 years of distinguished services at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Remember the question as same as in slide. This is Indian Naval ship Sindhu Ghosh. Answer of this question is 4. So Indian Navy has formally decommissioned Indian Naval ship Sindhu Ghosh, the lead submarine of the Sindhu Ghosh class, after 40 years of service to the nation during a ceremony which was held at Mumbai, Maharashtra. And this submarine was commissioned into the Indian Navy in 1986 under the command of later Commander K.C. Verghese. And Indian Naval ship Sindhu Ghosh is a variant of the Soviet Kilo class diesel electric boat acquired by the government of India from Russia. Mark the correct statement regarding the winners of the Badminton World Federation World Tour Final 2025, which was held in December in China. So let's find out the correct statement. Mark this under important section. Badminton World Federation World Tour Final. An Si-young of South Korea won the women's single title and crossed United States $1 million prize money in a single year. This statement is true. So this is the 8th edition of the Badminton World Federation World Tour 2025, officially known as HSBC World Tour, featuring 29 tournaments and concluded with the season-ending World Tour Final 2025 held from 17 to 21st of December in China. And South Korea's An Si-young won her 11th international title of 2025 in women's singles, while France men's single title was won by Christo Popov. Christo Popov of France won the men's single title, becoming the first French winner at the final. This statement is also true. Third statement, which is very important, Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty of India won the gold medal in the men's double. This statement is wrong because both not won gold medal, both won bronze medal. So only correct statement is A and B. So answer of this question is 1. You can see this. This is Badminton World Federation World Tour Final, which was held at China, and women's single won by An Si-young and she belongs to South Korea. Men's single title was Kristovo Popov, belongs to France, and Indian medal, that is bronze medal, Satvik Sairaj Ranike Reddy and Chirag Shetty, men's double. So very important question, and you can mark under the very important section. Which organization released the report titled Internationalization of Higher Education in India, Prospectus, Potential and Policy Recommendation in December 2025, aimed at making India a global hub for higher education and research by the year of 2047? And this report is released by one and only National Institution for Transforming India, Niti Aayog. And this document has been prepared by the Education Division of the Niti Aayog in collaboration with the IIT Madras and the Association of the India's Universities and Acumen. So you can remember very important thing that the study centers on the concept of internationalization of higher education in India. This is the main concept, and it is outlined in National Education Policy of 2020, analyzing internationalization study at the global, national and institutional level along with the trends of the academic mobility over the past 2 decades. Next is mark the correct statement regarding the Indian Space Research Organization launch of Blue Bird Block 2 communication satellite in December 2025. Most important question, you can mark under the most important category. So let's find out correct statement. First is the satellite was launched abroad using Launch Vehicle Mark 3 Mission 3 from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh. This statement is true statement. Second statement is the mission carried a 4200 kilogram payload and placed the satellite into geosynchronous transfer orbit. This statement is wrong because it features a 223 square meter phased array, making it is the largest commercial satellite in the low Earth orbit, weighs around not 4200. This is 6100 kilogram, the heaviest commercial payload launched by India. So very important statement. So second statement is wrong. The satellite was built by AST Space Mobile Incorporation, United States of America, under a commercial agreement with the New Space India Limited. This statement is true. So answer of this question is only A and C. So 3 is the answer. National Consumer Right Day or Bharatiya Grahak Divas is celebrated every year on 24th of December, commemorating the enactment of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. What is the official theme for the 2025 observance of this day? So the theme is very important: efficient and speedy disposal through digital justice. You can remember this question as same as in this slide. So this is National Consumer Day, every year celebrated on 24th of December. First time it was celebrated in 1986, and the theme is efficient and speedy disposal through digital justice. And the legal act is Consumer Protection Act 2019. Earlier it was 1986, but it was newly, or you can say it was amended in 2019, and newly created act is Consumer Protection Act. Various initiative was launched in the year of 2025, which is covered in daily videos. Identify the hydropower project whose unit 2, 250 megawatt capacity, was virtually inaugurated or commercial operation by Union Minister Manohar Lal Khattarji under the Ministry of Power and also the Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs in December 2025. So this project is Subansiri Lower Hydropower Project. Answer of this question is 1. The Subansiri Lower Hydroelectric Project is developed by NHPC on the Subansiri River at Gerukamukh, located in the Arunachal Pradesh Assam border. It is run of the water scheme with small pondage that generates 7,422 million units of clean electricity annually through 8 head race tunnels. So you can also see this slide. Total capacity is 2000 megawatt. One unit was earlier inaugurated. This is the second unit of 250 megawatt. Name the state where Union Minister Jagat Prakash Nadda ji, Minister of Health and Family Welfare, laid the foundation stones for the India's first public-private partnership model, medical colleges, in December 2025. And this state is Madhya Pradesh. Answer of this question is second. So Jagat Prakash Nadda ji, along with the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav ji, laid the foundation stone for India's first medical college under the public-private partnership model in the tribal-dominated district of Dar in Madhya Pradesh, in Batul district of Madhya Pradesh. They are part of 4 planned public-private partnership medical colleges in Madhya Pradesh. One is in Dar, second is in Batul, both opened. Next is Katani and Panna, linked to existing district hospitals to enhance healthcare services. Next is name the country that announced plans to construct a nuclear power plant on the moon by 2036 to ensure continuous energy supply for lunar missions and a joint research station in 2025. Very important, very interesting question. And this is Russia. Answer of this question is 1. So the Russian Space Agency, named as Roscosmos, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Aerospace Agency Association to build the lunar power plant on the moon. And the proposed power plant will provide energy for various lunar projects, including rovers, observatories, and infrastructure for the joint Russian-Chinese research station. And this will be Russian-Chinese research station for the lunar mission. Next is choose the team that won the Tech Mahindra Global Chess League 2025 in December 2025 by defeating Triveni Continental Kings in the final held at Mumbai, Maharashtra. And name of this team is Alpine SG Pipers. Answer of this question is 3. So Alpine SG Pipers clinched the 3rd edition of the Global Chess League of 2025, also known as Tech Mahindra Global Chess League, and they won by defeating the 2-time defending champion known as Triveni Continental Kings, and the final was held in Mumbai, Maharashtra. And the event was organized by International Chess Federation, that is FIDE, as a joint venture with the Tech Mahindra, and it was held from 14 to 23rd of December 2025. And the 4th edition of the Global Chess League 2026 is scheduled in 2026 in the month of September. Mark the correct statement regarding the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, which completes 25 years on December 2025. And this is Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, who was launched in the year of 2000 on 25th of December as one of the India's most transformative rural infrastructure program, celebrated the 25th anniversary. So let's find out which is correct statement. And this scheme has approved over 8,25,114 km of rural roads across India as of December 2025. This statement is correct statement. And you can remember that out of 8.25, 7,87,520 km roads are completed. So it means achieved almost 95% planned physical progress. This data is basically as of December 2025. Next is for the financial year 25-26, the program received a financial allocation of 29,000 crore. This statement is wrong, because for 2025-26, the total allocation is 19,000 crore. So this statement is wrong. Under this scheme, the funding pattern is 60:40 between center and state. Yes, this is true. 90:10 for the special category states like Northeastern and the Himalayan states and the UTs with legislation, and 100% central funding for the Union Territory without legislation. So this statement is also true. So only correct statement is A and C. So answer of this question is second. So we already covered this in the daily videos. Union Minister of State Dr. Jitendra Singh, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, on the occasion of Good Governance Day 2025, launched 5 digital governance reforms of the Department of Personnel and Training. Choose the initiative that was not among the launches. And answer of this question is very, very simple. Answer of this question is Digital India Land Records Modernization Program. Answer of this question is 3. Because you can see total 5 initiatives are launched during this day, and this is the Good Governance Day, every year observed on 25th of December, and it was observed in New Delhi. And Union Minister is Dr. Jitendra Singh, Minister of State or Minister of Personnel, Public Grievance and Pensions, and this is under the Department of Personnel and Training. And total 5 initiatives were launched: compendium on reservation for the ex-servicemen, artificial intelligence powered recruitment rule generator tool, EHRMS 2.0 mobile application for the employees, I got AI platform and KDLL 2.0. This is Karam Yogi Digital Learning Lab 2.0. Next is, which of the following airlines were granted no objection certificates by the Ministry of Civil Aviation in December 2025 to commence operation from 2026? And these airlines are Al Hind Airline, Shankh Airline and Fly Express. So answer of this question is all A, B, C. So no objection certificate to the three airlines. One is Al Hind Air, Fly Express and Shankh Air. And the decision was taken by Ministry of Civil Aviation after mass cancellation of the Interglobe Aviation Limited, which is also known as Indigo, India's largest airline, nearly crippled one of the world's fastest growing aviation market. In December 2025, India was announced as the incoming chair of the Kimberly process. Identify the country from which India will assume the Kimberly process chairmanship effective from 1st of Jan 2026. Again, very important question, very new question. And this country is United Arab Emirates. Answer of this question is second. So India will officially assume the chair of Kimberly Process Certification Scheme. This is known as KPCS, also known as Kimberly Process, a global initiative to remove conflict diamonds from the global supply chain from 1st of Jan 2026. This is the third time that India has been elected chair of this Kimberly process. And India will take over the chairmanship from the United Arab Emirates, who is the current chair. And prior assuming the chairmanship, India officially took over as the vice chair of this Kimberly process from 25th of December 2025. And the nodal agency is the Gem and Jewelry Export Promotion Council, which works under the Ministry of Commerce Industry, who is the nodal agency for this Kimberly process. Remember, Kimberly process, also known as Kimberly Process Certification Scheme, it is a global initiative to remove conflict related to diamonds from the global supply chain. Name the person who was elected as the chair of the Badminton World Federation Athletes Commission for the time period of 2026 to 9 in December 2025, succeeding Gracia Poli of Indonesia. Very simple question. Gracia Poli served as the chairman of this commission from 2021 to 25. Now this is a turn of PV Sindhu. Answer of this question is 3. And this selection is made for 3 years, like 2026 to 29. Mark this question in the most important section. On the occasion of National Consumer Day, Union Minister Prahlad Joshi ji, under the Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, released Indian Standard 19412 2025 at Bharth Mandapam in New Delhi in December 2025. This newly notified standard applies to product of which of the following? We also covered in the detailed section video, and this is incense sticks. Answer of this question is 1. Very important. The standard addresses health and indoor air concerns from harmful substances in incense sticks while aligning Indian manufacturing with global best practices. And incense sticks, also known as agarbattis, so it is boost for Indian agarbatti industry. India is the largest producer and exporter of agarbattis in the world, with the value of lagbhag or almost 8,000 crores per year, and exports around 1,200 crore to over 150 countries. So you can also see this slide. This is Bureau of Indian Standard who provided this certification. Which security infrastructure system has been brought under India's first dedicated Indian Standard 19445 2025, notified by the Bureau of Indian Standard to strengthen internal security preparedness in December 2025? And this is bomb disposal system. Remember, just from this slide, this is Bureau of Indian Standards, statutory body under the Department of Consumer Affairs and the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, notified India's first dedicated standard named as Indian Standard 19445 2025 for bomb disposal system, aimed to strengthen the country's internal security preparedness and safety infrastructure. Identify the airport that was awarded the best international airport in 2025 by Travel Plus Leisure India and South Asia at the 14th edition. This is important. 14th edition of India's Best Awards held in December 2025. And this airport is Singapore's Changi Airport. Answer of this question is 4. So Singapore's Changi's airport was awarded as the best international airport by Travel Plus Leisures India and South Asia. So India's best award 2025 reflects travelers' preferences worldwide, covering airports, airlines, cruises, hotels, and the destinations. Choose the supercomputer that was unveiled in December 2025 at the Indian Institute of Technology, Patna, Bihar, marking the first such installation in the state under the National Supercomputing Mission. So, very important question, and this is Param Rudra. Param Rudra. Answer of this question is 4. So, Param Rudra supercomputer, a state-of-the-art high-performance supercomputing system, was launched at the IIT Patna, marking the first Param Rudra supercomputer in Bihar. Because in May 2023, a memorandum of understanding was signed with the IIT Patna and the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, which is also known as CDAC, under the Ministry of Information and Technology, to set up the supercomputer Param Rudra. It operates at 838 teraflops and uses indigenously developed components and software assembled in line with National Supercomputing Mission. And remember about Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Union Minister is Ashwini Vaishnavji. He's from Rajya Sabha. Constituency is Odisha. Identify the correct statement regarding the operational guidelines notified by the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways for the major shipbuilding initiative in December 2025. So let's find out correct statement. The operational guidelines for the Shipbuilding Financial Assistance Scheme and the Shipbuilding Development Scheme were notified with a total budget of 44,700 crore. This statement is true statement. And under this Shipping Financial Assistance Scheme, the Government of India provide financial assistance ranging from 25% to 35%. This is wrong. This is 15% to 25% per vessel depending on vessel category. So under this scheme, a budgetary allocation of 24,736 crore of the Government of India will extend financial assistance of 15% to 25% per vessel depending on the vessel category. So this statement is wrong. The Shipbuilding Development Scheme facilitates the development of greenfield shipbuilding cluster which are eligible for 100% capital support for common infrastructure through a center state special purpose vehicle. This statement is true. So it means only correct statement are A and C. So answer of this question is only A and C. The Defence Acquisition Council, chaired by the Union Minister Rajnath Singh Ji under the Ministry of Defence, approved procurement proposal worth amount in December 2025 to enhance the capability of the armed forces. This is 79,000 crore to enhance the Atmanirbharta or the self-reliance. So this marks the fourth Department of Defence Acquisition Council meeting of 2025 following October similar approvals. Indian Air Force Software Development Institute signed a memorandum of understanding with Dash to jointly develop an indigenously airborne digital communication system in December 2025. Very important question, and this is IIT Madras. IIT Madras. Answer of this question is 1. So the collaboration marks a major step towards realizing the vision of self-reliant or Atmanirbhar Bharat, fostering self-reliance in defense technology and enhancing strategic capabilities of India. Who ranked first in the Huron India Rich List 2025? Important, mark under the most important category with an estimated net worth of $5.7 billion as announced in December 2025. And answer of this question is Jayashri Ulal. Answer of this question is 3. So Indian origin, British born, Jayashri Ulal, President and Chief Executive Officer of Arista Networks. Arista Networks was named the wealthiest Indian origin professional manager or executive on the Huron India Rich List 2025 with an estimated net worth of $5.7 billion, almost 50,170 crore rupees. With this achievement, she has overtaken prominent Indian origin technology leaders including Google CEO Sundar Pichai and Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella in terms of the personal wealth ranking within the global tech sector. Identify the Russian rocket that was launched from the Vostochny spaceport carrying 52 satellites in December 2025. Static question, remember just from the slide, And answer of this question is Soyuz 2.1b. So this mission represented the 6th Soyuz 2 launch from the Vostochny spaceport in 2025 and Russia's final orbital launch of the year 2025. Choose the bank that partnered with the Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer of the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, to launch a new cohort under the Innovation Growth and Nurturing Initiative for Technology Entrepreneurs Ignite program in December 2025. Remember this keyword, Ignite program. And this bank is IDFC First Bank. So FITT. This is Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer, the technology transfer and incubation arm of the IIT Delhi, in partnership with the IDFC First Bank, launched a new cohort under the Innovation Growth and Nurturing Initiative for Technology Entrepreneurs or Ignite program. And this program is implemented as a part of IDFC First Bank Corporate Social Responsibility or CSR initiative in partnership with this institute, that is Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer. And the Ignite program is designed to bridge deep tech research, funding, mentorship, and market access, helping startups scale solutions with potential and global impact. Name the country whose 100% tariff lines were announced to be made zero duty for Indian exports from 1st of Jan 2026 by Union Minister Piyush Goyal ji under the Ministry of Commerce Industry in December 2025. Mark this question in very important section, and this country is Australia. So Union Minister Piyush Goyal ji announced this, that 100% Australian tariff lines will be zero duty for all Indian exports from 1st of Jan 2026. And the announcement coincided with the 3rd anniversary of India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement, which is also known as ECTA, which took effect from 29th of December 2022. Mark the correct statement. Based on the report on trend and progress of banking in India 2024-25 released by Reserve Bank of India in December 2025. Most important statement or most important report released by the RBI. Very important question for the banking student. The Reserve Bank of India released this report under Section 36(2) of the Banking Regulation Act of 1949. And the report explains the performance of the banking sector during the year of 2024-5 and the first half of the 2025-6. So let's find out correct statement. During April to September 2026, the total amount of involved in the bank fraud increased to rupees 21,515 crore, even though the number of reported cases declined. The amount is increased, but the number of reported cases declined. Yes, this statement is true. The consolidated balance sheet of scheduled commercial banks expanded by 15.5. This is wrong. The consolidated balance sheet of scheduled commercial banks increased by 11.2%. 11.2%, not 15.5% in financial year 25. And it is not higher than the growth recorded in financial year 24. So if we are comparing with financial 24, it was 15.5%. In financial year 25, it is 11.2%. So second statement is wrong. The number of ATMs or automated teller machines declined to 251,057 in financial year 25, largely due to the rise of the digital payment adoption. Yes, this is true. So answer of this question is A and C. So only A and C, second is the answer. Where did the Union Minister Ram Mohan Naidu, Minister of Civil Aviation, inaugurate and flag off the inaugural flight of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited indigenous Dhruv NG next generation civil helicopter in December 2025? And answer of this question is Bengaluru, Karnataka. Mark this question in the very important category that Ram Mohan Naidu, Minister of Civil Aviation, inaugurated and flagged off the first flight of the indigenous next generation civil helicopter Dhruv NG at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited facility in Bengaluru. The Dhruv NG is an advanced light helicopter developed and manufactured by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, designed to meet the civil aviation requirement and represent a significant advance in India's indigenous aerospace capability. So it has a maximum speed of 285 km per hour, range of 630 km, endurance 3 hours 40 minutes, and a service ceiling of 6,000 meter. So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited provides end-to-end manufacturing, maintenance, and upgrades with power by R and performance-based logistics, ensuring high fleet serviceability. Next is in December 2025, former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Begum Khalida Zia, chairperson of Bangladesh Nationalist Party, passed away in Dhaka. Which of the following periods corresponds to her first tenure as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh? Again, very important question marked under the very important section, and answer of this question is 1991 to 96 when Manmohan Singh ji was our finance minister and Narasimha Rao was our prime minister. You can remember from this. So former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Begum Khalida Zia, chairperson of Bangladesh National Party, remember the name of the party, passed away at the age of 80 in Dhaka, Bangladesh. She was born on 15th of August 1945 in Jalpaiguri in Bengal province in British India, now in West Bengal basically. She served as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh from 1991 to 1996 and from 2001 to 2006. In 2022, she was honored with the Mother of Democracy Award by the Canadian Human Rights International Organization for her contributions to the democracy and human rights. Remember the name, very important. Union Minister Amit Shah inaugurates redeveloped Batar Dawa Than in which state? So mark this question in the very important section, and this state is Assam. Answer of this question is 1. So Amit Shah, Minister of Home Affairs, Minister of Corporation, inaugurated the redeveloped Batar Dawa Than, the sacred birthplace of Saint Shankar Devaji. Shankar Devaji in Bordova village in Nagaon district in Assam. So it is a historical, culture and a religious site in Assam promoting Assamese literature, music, dance and spiritual teaching of the Shrimad Shankar Deva. And remember, Shrimad Shankar Deva time period was 1449 to 1568, and he was a renowned reformer, poet and social thinker from the Batar in Assam, whose teaching emphasized equality, devotion and ethical living. He established one devotion center which is known as Ek Sarna. Ek Sarna means Neo-Vaishnavism centered on devotion to Lord Krishna and enriched Assamese culture through Kshatriya dance, Borgit and Ankiya Naad. And remember about Assam. Assam Chief Minister is Himant Biswa Sharma and Governor is Lakshman Prasad Acharya and capital is Dispur. So these were the top 100 current affairs of the month of 2025 December. I hope you liked this video. Revise again and again. It is very important video for every student. Thank you guys. Take care and bye-bye.
So this is all for today. Please like, share and subscribe our channel, and thank you for watching this video. And you can subscribe our all platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and Telegram channel. All the official notifications delivered through the Telegram channel. So just subscribe from the description box link. Thank you guys. Take care and bye-bye.